What's up, beautiful? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kat. This is my channel, and I realized that I didn't have an intro for this video, so here I am doing it now, giving you a heads up of what this is. This is just gonna be kind of like a body double situation. So if you need a bestie to do laundry with, or to clean your kitchen, or to clean up your desk, or just you want to watch somebody do their daily tasks, and get some motivation to do yours. I love watching this kind of content. I specifically like watching Becky on Acre Homestead. She inspires me to clean and organize my house. And generally, I think she's a wonderful individual. But, so I have 30 plus minutes of me just doing random cooking dinner for my family and, well, for my husband, because there's no way in hell a toddler is gonna eat tikka masala. But yeah, rambling. You guys wanted rambling, minimal editing, and just chatting. So I'm gonna show you what I did a couple of nights ago. This is kind of like an average evening in my life, and I hope you like it. Grab a drink, grab some laundry, grab something to organize, or put your headphones in and take me to whatever room you need to fix. And I will catch you in the video. Love you. Let's get started. Alright, you guys, so what am I gonna ramble about for 33 minutes? Let's find out. So tonight I am making some tikka masala, and normally I would make chicken tikka masala, but my chicken breast sat in the fridge for too long and it was stinky, and that's just how it goes sometimes. So we pivoted. I took my child to Price Chopper, which is my local grocery store, and we grabbed 2 steaks, which I'll show you later. My grocery store has like some really good sales, and that's kind of how I grocery shop as I shake off the squash. But I really like squash with my tikka masala, and I was feeling it, and I had that little one already in my fridge that I knew needed to be eaten, so I just grabbed one more while we were at the grocery store. He loves to go to the grocery store, my kid. I swear to God, anytime we pass either Price Chopper or Costco, he'll say, "Mommy, want to go to Costco. Mommy, want to go to Price Chopper." And I'll have to say like, "Oh, well, we're gonna go to Price Chopper next weekend," or "We're gonna go tomorrow." And I picked him up from, geez, what day of the week was this? This was the 12th, the day our Lord and Savior Taylor Swift announced her new album. I'm filming this on the 14th of August. So Tuesday, this was Tuesday, so I would have picked him up from my in-laws on Tuesday, and I said, "I need to go to Price Chopper, do you want to go?" And he was so excited that I had to go to Price Chopper. Really, I needed milk, and I needed meat. And so basically what I did was I grabbed 2 steaks, a squash, and milk, and that was that. And then we were outdoor, and he's a good shopper, my kid. He goes shopping a lot with my mother-in-law. She is a chronic shopper, and she's a queen at finding deals. So, like, whenever she has the kids, because she usually has my 4 nieces and nephews, especially during the summer, because I have one nephew that is school age, but the other ones are all, like, pre-K and under. So they are still in, like, grandparent daycare, and we're so lucky to have grandparents do the daycare for us. It saves us so much money. And he's with family, and we trust everybody involved. But my mother-in-law takes them to run errands, so, you know, she teaches them how to shop, and she teaches them about money, and she's also a kindergarten teacher. She's so smart. She's, you know, my kid knows so many more things than I thought he would know at 2. It's wild. He says these big words. Here's my tikka masala sauce that I get from Trader Joe's. I tried a ton of them. Trader Joe's is the superior tikka masala if you're not going to make it from scratch, which this girl's not making it from scratch. I'll tell you that right now. Here's the steaks. We got some KC strips. $6 a steak, okay? I wait for the steaks to go. They either run $4, $5, $6, or $7. Anything under $7 is steak on sale, and I buy 2 of them and I stick them in the freezer. But today I bought 2 to cut up, and then I'm gonna fry the zucchini, squash, whatever it is, in some Kerrygold butter that I get at Costco. Costco is the best. But anyway, yeah. So my kid, like, my mom taught him that owls and bats are nocturnal, and he'll say it. He'll say, "Mommy, bat is nocturnal." And I'll say, "What does that mean?" And he'll say, "Bats sleep during the day. Bat awake at night." I'm like, yeah, dude, that is correct. Okay, so here I am pulling hair off of me because, weight loss, hair loss is a thing. I can talk about that, I guess. That's a fun thing. My child, when he goes to my in-laws, he eats everything in sight at their house. Okay, so that day he'd had like a huge breakfast of sausages. There's this little crab thing. Sausages, hash browns, fruit, all of the things. Milk, juice, ice water, spaghetti, corn, green beans, tater tots. The kid eats everything, okay? So then he comes home. I go get him around 4:30. I usually hang out with my in-laws and we talk till like, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45. So we get back to my house around 5:30, somewhere in there. There's the time breakout for you. I usually stop working at 3, then I get an hour to myself to like get the house situated before the kid comes home. Then I go get him, hang out with them, bring him back, and then by the time I get back, this is really rambly. I warned you, okay? I warned you. Freeze-dried mango, that's where it's at. He doesn't want dinner, is what I'm trying to tell you. He doesn't want dinner because he's eaten everything in my in-laws' house that like isn't nailed down and he's not allergic to. So, this is gonna look weird, but I always squirt out the top of the yogurt in these like Go yogurts from Costco because he squeezes it so hard when he grabs it. There's this little snack plate that it usually like squirts out and pops into the face. So it's easier to just squirt out like the little tiniest bit of yogurt and give it to him, and then it's less of a mess. So what I'm trying to long-windedly tell you, is that a word? Probably not. Is that when he comes home, sometimes I just make him like a charcuterie board, like a kid's charcuterie board. My in-laws buy these juice thingies that I'm sure if you're a parent you're familiar with, and we just reuse the crap out of them. Are there microplastics in them? Probably. But, at this point it is what it is, So, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I went. So, he probably hollered. Here I come. He probably hollered because he wanted something. Going to grab the salt for the zucchini squash. Why do I keep calling it zucchini? I don't know. Is it all zucchini or is it all squash? Sound off in the comments below. This vegetable took way longer to cook than I was anticipating. I was really trying to get like some golden color on it, and it was driving me nuts. I just didn't have the pan hot enough, but neither here nor there. If you're wondering what pan I'm using, that is one of the Our Place pans. God, I can't remember the name of it. But they have like the pots and the pans, and they're all these like fancy colors, and they're really cute. My mother-in-law bought me both I have 2 pans that you can see there, the big one and the little one. I really like them, but I don't know how like long they're gonna last me. Okay, so here's this like bread thingy. My mom gave me this. This is me trying to figure out where the hell to put this stupid bread thing. It's like a French bread terracotta pot of some sort, and I'm like, my dude, you do not have any space in this kitchen. This kitchen is so small, and this is me giving up on finding a place to put it, and I just put it over here, and it's still sitting there. Yep. When we moved in to this house, I'm trying to organize things, I thought, how the heck am I going to fill this house up? We had like rooms that were empty, like that. The upstairs guest bedroom was empty. The downstairs room that turned into Beau's room was empty. The basement was pretty much empty except for like an old couch and like some random, there's the steaks cut up, some random like boxes that we needed to unpack. I don't know, but it did not take us long to fill the house up. And now all I do is clean the house out and constantly get rid of things, and the house stays full. There we are, millennial peace signs and all. I don't know if anybody cares about what I'm wearing, but here's what I'm wearing. Those are Abercrombie shorts. What is the name of those shorts? Geez, there's something on my shirt, look at that. That's just being a mom for you. This is a half-used bag of rice. My top is Lululemon. I love this top. It's like a mesh material. That rice was so hot it was burning me. Jesus, and I didn't want to come out of this damn thing. I love that top though. It's so comfortable. I wore it at Disney World and it was so great because it's super breathable. The hat is from Kiowa Island. It was Brett's grandfather's golf hat. And I don't know what happened, but like when he passed, I got that hat and it became my personality, okay? He passed in 2019 or 2020, and I wear that hat like on a weekly basis. Where am I going? Oh, we're going back to the fridge. We're gonna put it in the fridge. Okay, so we've just portioned out the zucchini squash, whatever it is. It's squash, I need to get that right. And I just put some in there, and then like, what are we doing? We don't know. I usually cook too much, so this is like a weight loss thing. I still cook like I don't have a 6 to 8 ounce stomach, okay? So I still overcook. I cook way too much food. So for those that don't know, I had gastric sleeve in 2020, and then in my stomach was like 4 ounces capacity. This is me waiting for things to cook, watching water boil, essentially, even though it's not water. You get the point. Then I had my pregnancy, and I had to eat to survive. It was the only thing that kept me from throwing up, was eating constantly. It was so irritating, and I gained like 40 pounds in my pregnancy. It was horrible, and I hated every second of being pregnant. I love my child, but I absolutely despised being pregnant. I talked about it in lots of other videos. But I doubled my stomach capacity while I stretched my stomach out. And it sucks, but like that happens. So yeah, my current stomach capacity, I would say, is like 6 to 8 ounces, but I still cook like I have a regular size stomach, and I cook way too much food. So I always try to keep Tupperware containers. God, you guys are like listening to my brain process as I talk. You wanted rambly, this is on you. I cook with Tupperware containers knowing that I'm gonna overcook, and I will just put it to the side, and either Brett will come home and he'll eat the portion that I've set aside for him, and then if he really likes it, he can eat the leftovers too, or I'll just eat the leftovers for lunch the next day. Toss the meat in the sauce, cook the spices so the aroma comes out. Cover it for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna portion it all out. Oh my God, seeing the sauce come out of the side of that pan gives me the heebie-jeebies. So the left was my dinner. That was about double what I needed to eat, but I ended up picking at it for the rest of the evening, and then the microwave has Brett's portion. That's where I always leave his dinner so he knows where dinner is. And he actually like randomly came home tonight, or that night. I guess he had sniper training, and I didn't realize that he was gonna be home at like a partially reasonable hour, so he was off doing other things. I was trying to get the TV to work. Does anybody else have a Samsung TV? Like, whatever random station you leave it on, it turns on every single time, and like somehow my TV has gotten stuck on like this random weird channel where all it is a Zamboni going across the ice of an ice rink, and like, I don't, like, smoothing the ice. I don't know what's happening, but So basically the bouncing is because I'm very excited. I had forgotten I saw on Instagram that my favorite YouTuber was gonna put out a video today, and this was me remembering. So if you're not following darling Desi, this woman, here I am, I'm so excited, holy cow. I love her. I mean, she is the sweetest woman, and her visuals are incredible. She really puts like really high production value into everything she does, and I've been following her for years. And I don't know if you guys feel like this, but do you ever like assign a season to a person? Like, I don't know. I see myself as a summer. Like, I thrive in the summer. I really, really love the summer. Although, like, right now, I'm kind of done with summer. But Desi is a fall. Okay, the woman screams fall, and like her most popular videos every year are like her fall starter packs or romanticizing fall. She does if you love fall, you've probably seen her videos. Like, sound off in the comments below if you know who I'm talking about, because I just love her, and I don't even know what to say. Like, she's incredible. I love these videos. I look forward to them. I understand how much time it takes to make a YouTube video, even like a really easy one like this, right? Okay, it took me hours to film, not hours, but like an hour of my day filming all of this stuff and getting the shots right, even though like this is a minimal effort video. I cannot imagine the amount of effort it takes her to film these videos. I wish she would film them more often. Like, I wish we got more videos, but I know that the reason we get so few videos is because of how much effort she takes and how she wants to make everything perfect. And I will tell you guys, I have followed her for so long, and I've spoken to her on Instagram. Like, she actually talks to her audience, like many times. We've gone back and forth in DMs, and like, she is the sweetest human. And every interaction I've had with her has been wonderful. I think she's super authentic. She's a fellow Swiftie, which is always like a big thing for me. I just really love her. So if you haven't watched her videos and you need like a cozy, lovely YouTuber, she has tons and tons of beautiful videos to watch. So I would highly recommend it, especially going into fall and winter, because she'll do like, here are the books you need to read to get into the fall mood, and here are the movies, and here are the TV shows. And I just love her stuff, and I look forward to it every fall. So I was so pumped that I got to watch this video, and it did not disappoint. Basically, let me just gush about Desi for like 3-4 solid minutes. But basically I'm just doing some laundry in my big sweatshirt. I love a cozy sweatshirt. My mom, it drives her insane that I wear these giant sweatshirts. She's like, you're so skinny, why don't you wear clothes that fit you? I'm like, well, for a while it was because I didn't have any clothes that fit me. But I've like now gone through my closet. Like, nobody tells you about that piece of weight loss, that you have to like buy clothes between your highest weight and your lowest weight, so you end up like getting rid of multiple closets, if that makes sense. So like, and for me it was even bigger of a problem because I had like my post VSG lowest weight clothes. Then I had my pregnancy clothes, which I just bought like bigger clothes. I didn't buy any actual maternity clothes, but I just bought bigger regular women's sizes. And then I lost a little bit of weight immediately after I had Buddy, but then like I was so depressed that I gained most of it back. So I talked about my weight loss in my video at the end of April, which is titled something like Weight Loss and Life Update 2025. I think that's exactly what it's titled. But for those that don't know, I use GLP-1s. I'm actually on the path of getting off of them right now. But I went from my highest weight in like the 260s to 185 at my lowest to like 220 in my pregnancy to like upper 100s after pregnancy, and then back up to like 230 before I started the GLP-1s, and now I'm like 145, 150. So I have had so many different clothing sizes in the last 5 years that my closet is just like a giant mess. And nobody talks about like that piece, or at least I don't hear people talk about that piece. They talk about like it's exciting to buy new clothes and all of those things, but like when I got back to my pre-pregnancy size, and I'm trying to think of when that was. I can look at my phone because I track all of my progress as far as like numbers. Actually, I've stopped weighing myself as of late because it was obsessive, and I've been holding my current weight for like 2 or 3 months, but doesn't matter. The point is, I got back to my pre-pregnancy weight, and I was like really happy, and I was back in my regular clothes, and all was well. And here's me putting the ABCs back in the ABC puzzle, which is his favorite puzzle. And I had all of these like clothes that I really, really loved that I'm so proud to get into after VSG, and then like I kept losing weight. And I've lost like another 35, 40 pounds past my lowest VSG weight. So all of my favorite clothes that I had for a couple of years after my initial weight loss, even those things don't fit. So now I'm like, well, what do I get rid of? What do I keep? What do I get tailored to fit me? So like I have some Farm Rio dresses that I really love that I'm going to get tailored down. But never in a million years did I think I was going to be like a size small. I'm like averaging a size 6, which is absolutely bonkers to me. Never in a million years did I mean, I haven't been a size 6 since I was like a freshman in college. And right, like I had a baby. If I never got to a size 6 again, that's okay. Like this body birthed a whole person who wears fish pajamas. I love these pajamas, they're so cute. I have a process for how I fold things to make it easier. I fold the shirt like this, sleeves in, lay it down, fold the pants up, put the pants under the shirt. Ta-da. And we had to flip the hat around. The hair was getting in the way. It was washing day. You'll see that later. But anyway, the closet has been like a whole thing. So like I have some girlfriends that I gave some clothes to. I gave some clothes to my mom. My sister-in-law, I gave her some clothes. Actually, both of my sister-in-laws, I gave some of my clothes. You guys, I had clothes that had tags on them that like I never wore, and then I was too small before. It was like I missed the window of wearing them. Like at one point I was too big for them, and then by the time like the season rolled around and I pulled those items back out of the closet, it was mostly summer clothes, right? I lost a majority of my weight over winter, so I go to pull my summer clothes out, and my summer clothes that I bought for when I was thinner, quote unquote, you know how you buy things and you're like, I'll get into this someday. My someday clothes don't fit. It's just absolutely like the craziest thing ever that I lost like 80 pounds in a year on this medication. It's changed my life. I know everybody doesn't agree with the GLP-1s, and there's a lot of misinformation, and I talked about it in that other video if you want more information. And right, like I'm not a doctor, this is just my experience, but it changed my life. I'm so happy I did it. I know there are risks associated, but I also know like the risks associated with being heavy for an extended period of time and or for the rest of my life. And not just the physical risks of being really overweight, which I was like morbidly obese. Like my mental health was absolutely zero. I was not a fun person to be around. And it really sucks, right? Because it's hard to be a good parent when you don't feel good. You know? You want to be the best person you can be for that little human that you made the choice to bring into the world. And I'm going to cry. Jeez. I needed to make sure that my mental health was good enough so that I could be the best mom for this kid. So here's some mom brain for you. I'm in the middle of folding things and I've realized that there's more puzzle pieces out and I've got to put them away suddenly. I have to stop what I'm doing to go put them away. Yes, that's just kind of how it works, right? So I've got a dinosaur puzzle and Susan Boydenton's But Not the Armadillo. I just dropped the letter V. Where did it go? The letter V. Found it. I swear. When Bo says V, it sounds more like B as in boy. When he says the letter S and the letter X, it sounds more like ASS, if you will. It's hysterical. It's one of those things that went in the baby book. Cinnamon roll goldfish, highly recommend. Yes, I eat garbage food sometimes. I'm allowed. I am repairing my relationship with food, so sometimes I eat goldfish. That's just how it goes, you know? Where am I going? Where did I go? To the pantry? Probably to the pantry. I'll put that away. This is kind of like what my living room looks like at any given point. It's not bad. Where did I go? Not me trying to figure out what I'm doing in my own home. If anybody's wondering about the couch, we got that at Costco, and it's been like an incredible purchase. I love that. Oh yeah, I had to buy him this Holly Jolly pop-up book. Okay, my child is obsessed with Christmas. Absolutely obsessed with Christmas. We had a Christmas birthday party for the kid, okay? Because I have to, like, his lullaby every night is Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells. I have been singing Jingle Bells for, I don't know, we started before Christmas, so give or take 8-9 months. I've been singing Jingle Bells every single day. Like, I can't anymore, but I will. So, now we're hanging up some things that have been sitting on the couch for, realistically, 2 days. Hey, there's the sweatshirt I'm wearing right now. This is me hanging it up. And now it's on my body. For those that have been here a while, that's the blue Southern Marsh sweatshirt that I've had for 5 years, that has gone through so many iterations of fitting me to being enormous, to not fitting me, to now being a dress. Wild. And I just thrifted that dark blue sweater on ThreadUp. Now we're gonna change the channel. I don't remember what I changed it to. But I'm looking for like all cotton sweaters. And that one's from Gap, from ThreadUp. And I have so many ThreadUp credits, it cost me $0. So some slight editing here because Brett was here. And he was shirtless and I didn't want that on camera. So just some slight editing. We're gonna fix these pillows because Bo has a thing about throwing them around. There goes Brett. He went to the basement. And then that's the things in the laundry basket are Bo's, and I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow because he's asleep to put him in his room. And by tomorrow, I mean I put them away today, 48 hours later. But now that all of that stuff is done, it is time for hair washing day, which I can walk you through. This is a new process. So with massive weight loss, oh, there's Noodle sitting in Bo's tent. Isn't she cute? Look at her little face. I say Noodle. Say big stretch. Oh, double stretch. So here are the new hair products that I'm using right now, okay? I'm following the Abby Young method, if you're familiar with her online. It's mostly about like scalp health and repairing bonds in your hair and things like that. I don't know. I'm desperately trying. Here I am after my hair washing. I lost a whole bunch of hair postpartum. And then about the time that my hair stopped falling out postpartum, I started losing weight. So then I had weight loss, hair loss. So my hair is very, very thin. And of course I bleach it on top of that. I'm actually gonna go to the hair salon tomorrow and we're gonna go a little bit darker and do less bleach. I use a Tangle teaser. And like this new hair method uses so many like oils and conditioners that there's hardly any tangles, which is really great. I've only done this process 3 times, the washing 3 times. So I wash my hair it was like every week, but she was giving some pointers on like how to tell when you should wash your hair. Based on her recommendations, what I'm trying to say, I need to be washing more frequently than I was. I was doing more days of like hair up and dry shampoo, and she kind of suggests not doing that as much and washing more. So we're every 3 days right now, and this 3rd wash that you're seeing the end result of, well, you're not going to see the end result, but it feels better today. Like it looked less crispy. My ends look better. I did also chop off like 2 or 3 inches off of the bottom. And then I have this fancy brush. If you know, you know. Mason Pearson. It was a gift for my birthday. If you want to look up how much those hairbrushes cost, I wouldn't. It's dumb. But I love this hairbrush, and I do think it has made a significant difference. I've also increased my protein and increased my iron intake, and that has helped with my hair shedding. It was bad enough that my hairstylist was like, yo, you need to do something and fix this. So this is just me closing out my night. I'm going to spend the evening, I couldn't get the deodorant lid off, for God's sake. I'm going to spend my evening waiting for 12/12 to show up for Life of a Showgirl to be announced. And the last clip here in a minute is going to be my bedtime setup with the cats and my quilt that I made and the book I was reading, and then Remy Ashton here on YouTube posted that she booped, so I had to watch a little clip of that. But I'm also trying to moisturize my skin more. I've been like really, really dry, so I don't know. We're trying to make all kinds of changes and keep things young, and moisturized, and strong, and that's about it. So if you guys like this and you want more videos that are in this style, if you want more evening routines or morning routine videos, let me know in the comments below. Here is my bedtime setup with the 2 quilts I made, my butterfly quilt, my blue quilt, my reading light, my book, my fat baby. Hello, Rory. She's so cute. There's Miss Remy Ashton, and I'm also reading Zodiac Academy, but that's all I have. I'll catch you in the next one. Love you, Warrior Crew. Bye!